driver for spaces has always been the artist, and making it possible for artists to create work in an environment that's completely free of censorship. And spaces is really the driver for contemporary artists to experiment with new ideas.
One of the really exciting things about this exhibition is that, maybe the first time that an artist showed here, they were emerging, or they were, at the sort of midway point of their career, and now they're a Guggenheim Fellow, or they run an art department in a prestigious art school or university. So it's really exciting to track the trajectory and see where these artists have gone since they first showed here.
It's about art. It's about you, the artist. It's about us, the community. And I think for me, to see this place still survive after 40 years, and all the personalities that have come and gone, and it's something about this place. Whether it's this, I don't think it's the physical building. I think you could take what is unique about spaces, as I said, and do it anywhere. But the fact that there is a space dedicated to what is an exploration and an ongoing process. And it's in Cleveland, okay? Cleveland, Ohio. Who would have thunk?
So I invited my predecessors, the people who came before me and who sat in my role, to co-curate the exhibition with me, because I felt it was really important to present a self-portrait of this organization through the years, celebrating our 40th anniversary. Because Spaces is all about the people who come through this organization. And what it really became, yes, it functions as a self-portrait, but it also ended up evolving into a love letter of sorts to the organization and also to the city, and the impact that these artists have had on us and vice versa.
I think that it's just, once we realized that spaces could work as a concept, that it could make a difference to the artists that live not just in Cleveland, but around the world now, I think that inspired people. I think that was the unique thing that made this place different. Now, the trick is you have to constantly reinvent yourself. But I'm a firm believer that that has to come from a foundation. And so if the foundation is genuine and authentic, it probably has a chance to survive.
The difficult thing was coming in after somebody who had been in there for so long, and Susan had some very large shoes to fill. But what we were asking ourselves primarily is, what does it mean to be an experimental art space in the 21st century? What does experimentation look like? How do we best facilitate artist projects, especially as they got more pluralistic and using different types of media? And we worked really hard at talking to artists about the nature of their projects and what is the best way to make sure that that project is expressed. And we always made sure to say, like, if it doesn't belong in a gallery, just because we have a gallery space doesn't mean we should stick it in a gallery. If it needs to go outside, we'll find somewhere for it to go. If it needs to be on the streets, we'll work out permits.
They can create what they want, they're supported to do it, they can fly in the face of tradition, they can be irreverent, they can do what they want to do, and Spaces supports them.
Because the other thing that's tricky is, as an organization ages and we seek stabilization and sustainability, you'd think that that would be anathema to wild, crazy experimentation, but the idea was trying to create this stable foundation upon which wild craziness could happen.
I think artistically, since I got here, our exhibitions have been slightly more irreverent than they have been in the past, and possibly a little more politically focused. We commission artists to create new work, and we really are working with artists and encouraging artists to respond to timely issues, whether they are political issues, social issues, economic, or environmental.
Spaces to me is freedom, possibilities, provocation, a place where artists can create work that they present to the society at large without any interference from commercial galleries, museum constraints, or government agencies. Artists are at the heart of spaces, and that's what it's about.